What's up YouTube, this is Yed, bringing you an Atlas strategy update for 3.8 Blight League. I wanted to talk a little bit about what I'm doing with my Atlas, as well as how I'm approaching some of the master missions with the master mission changes. So let's get right into it. Our Atlas is currently at 150 out of 159. You can see in the middle here that I have no T15s or T16s completed, and I'm doing a shaped T15, which is what I call a backup map, and then I have an Elder T16 map, which used to be Burial Chambers, but now is Underground Sea. Really like this map for the Blight League. I like the way that it kind of funnels the mobs into one or two directions usually, and helps you clear the blights really easily. This backup map, I'll quickly explain this. I've explained it in other videos, but it's a T15 that is only capable of dropping your Elder T16. If I was running a natural T15 like Canyon or Siege or something like that, it would drop the adjacent uncompleted Guardian map like Forge of the Phoenix or Maze of the Minotaur more often than it would drop your Elder T16 map. And so anytime I'm running low on underground seas, I'll go ahead and run Toxic Sewers. I've been having no problem sustaining this league using Chisels, Alks, Vals, and full Sextants like I normally do. I'll go ahead and roll some maps right now just so you guys can see how I do it. The first thing I do is I search for quality 20, and these are grayed out because they're not quality 20, but I'll go ahead and chisel these up, make them quality 20 here. And then I'll search for the word rare, and they're not lit up yet because they're normal maps. And then I'll search for reflect, and that's a mod that I can't do, so I'll go ahead and scour that off, alk it again, and then go ahead and corrupt the map. So I search for CORR, and here you can see some of the different outcomes. I put my unID'd maps off to the side for when I get my unID'd Sextant, and that's actually when I'll run my Nicos as well, the Nico master missions, to get really high quantity maps for your soul fight. But then I'll check for reflect again, and you can see here I have some maps that corrupted into reflect, but then I'll just wait for the reflect sextant to run those. Separated off to the side are my high quantity maps, so I search for like TY plus 13, and these are 130 quantity maps that we'll run when we get maybe 100 traders or maybe the strongbox sextant to help get a ton more value from those maps. That's how I roll my maps. The map device that I like doing is Harbinger. Really like Harbinger for my T16s. Currently the Ancient Orbs are really valuable right now. A lot of people trying to Ancient Orb headhunters. And then when I'm doing my T15, generally I do Harbinger also, but I like Bloodlines as well. Bloodlines is pretty cheap, and it gives you a lot of magical monsters. And remember, magical and rare monsters are capable of dropping your current map tier +1. So the more magical monsters you have in there, the more chances you get at dropping your Elder T16 map in your backup map. So those are the map mod devices that I like. Let's get into the master missions. So as you can see, I really haven't been doing many of the beast missions at all. I've been told that if you want, you can do monster level 80 plus is kind of the breakpoint for you getting the good red beasts. So your epic, Venomous or Feral to get you aspect of the spider crafts, or maybe a chance at Feral's fur. So that's how you kind of want to use your beasts there. For your temple, I've been banking up a lot of these. But anytime I get a chance at a corruption chamber, I really like doing those, even though I haven't been too lucky on those. But these these temples are a good way to kind of get you excess maps or get you a whole bunch of different league mechanics. Running the temples, gives you a lot of value too, or the incursions inside the map gives you a little loot explosion at the end. If you're looking to sustain your maps, adding these master missions to your map, just gives you more monsters to kill. Again, I talked about Nico already. I saved this for when I get the unID'd Sextant. I really like doing that pairing just because the unID'd Sextant gives you something like 30 quantity and 15 pack size. So these really juicy maps, heavy quantity maps, give you even more soul fight. I think per node I'm getting anywhere from like 1800 to 2200 soul fight every time I touch one of those nodes. And then in this patch, soul fight's actually shared between all of your characters, so you can get specific delve character. Check those delve leaderboards. I think currently a budget one that people like doing is maybe a Nebulok Juggernaut, or maybe a Herald of Agony Raider, something like that. The meta will always kind of change for those, but You can have a character specific for delving, and just map and get the sulfite on your fast mapper. I'm currently on a Cyclone Ice Nova character. June, the master missions here. I actually like using my high quantity maps for June as well. The encounters that you get can produce maps. When you kill the syndicate members, all of the mobs inside of those researches, tons of extra monsters. So put in your high quantity maps when you do your Junes, and you'll probably get more map returns that way. Xena, I haven't been doing as much. Early in the league, I did a lot to get Atlas completion bonus, as well as maybe get some unique maps. Nowadays, I'll just do it every now and then, just to run it out and maybe get a lucky Cortex or something like that. Currently, the flask that you get from the Cortex is really valuable, so that's something that I've been looking for. But yeah, generally just use these to get added value to your maps. Again, full chisels, alks, and vals, like I've been saying. I'll show you kind of how I put in my sextants right now. So I put one white sextant in. And you see there I got the reflect sextant, so I will keep that and then run those reflect maps that corrupted earlier. I roll these until I get positive mods that add monsters, so convert when killed is a good one. This possessed mobs, I actually don't like this one because it takes too long for stuff to get possessed, so I roll over that. Magic pack size is good. The bodyguards only add 2 unique monsters, maybe 4 if you have a twinned map, so I don't really like this mod that much. And so I'll re-roll it, and now here I have monsters that heal. If you want a full list of all the sextants that I like, I actually mentioned it in a sustain video series, the second episode of that series, where I have a pinned comment that goes over every sextant that I keep and what I do when I get those sextants. So I'll link that in the video description. Anyways, that's it for this Atlas strategy video. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Hope you're having fun in Blight League like I am, and I will see you guys in the next one.